Dan Gustafson for YZ.com. I'm here with head coach Lambert Brown. Great game tonight, Coach, even though the scoreboard didn't reflect maybe what you wanted to get accomplished. Talk to us about your team and the effort that you put out. And, of course, we'll talk about the call in just a second. But talk about your team and your effort.
You know, our kids finished hard. You know, I think there was definitely a point in the game where we kind of hit a lull and didn't play our best football. And, you know, we went at halftime and just asked our kids to respond and play the way that they know how. And because I think they know that we had more. And, you know, I think, you know, it was a back-and-forth game. We've been in a couple of those, and they responded in a way, you know, that we wanted them to, and continued to fight and continued to believe. And, you know, we kind of said, you know, things are going to go good and bad, and you just got to keep playing the next play. And then, you know, control your response. And then we did that, and we kind of said, hey, it's a big game and a good team, right, and a good program. And they believe that they're a good program. And
how good is this team, Coach? Because it seems like they're playing with the best and not only playing with the best, but ready to beat the best.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's a great group of kids who work their tails off, and you know, obviously, I'm pretty biased, but I think, you know, I don't think there's a team in the state that we can't line up and beat. We just got to execute for full 4 quarters, and so that's kind of what we talked about. You know, in big games, we have to elevate our response, and they're ready to do that. You know, they've been trained to do that, and they're working hard for that. And so right now, you know, I think every time we go out on the field, we feel like we can play with anybody.
Christian Vassar had a great game in your running game tonight. Talk about his performance just a little bit.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud. You know, every time we gave him the ball, he continued to produce and continued to run hard. And I feel like as the game went on, he kept getting stronger and stronger. You know, and we're lucky to have him. You know, we're lucky to have him, and it's nice to see him to come back. And you know, with Alec being out this game, he got a chance to shine and took advantage of every second of that.
Talk to us about the play at the end, the 2-point conversion attempt. What were you thinking, and what happened? And tell us about that play.
You know what, emotional game, and you know, be honest, we weren't stopping them as of late, and so we kind of got down there, and it's kind of a play we run. I think we've probably run it, you know, maybe 20 times here in the last week and 2 weeks. You know, something we've had in our pocket, and we kind of knew if the situation arose, we'd be ready to use it. And you know, I think we were playing hard and executing, so we said, you know, let's go and see if we can end it. And it ended just not the way we wanted. And so, you know, but the kids know, you know, hey, we called it, and you know, kind of a single word for our kids is, you know, they call it, they know what to do. Personnel group knows what to do, and something that, you know, I think they felt really confident. Actually, we actually talked about running the play before, and I didn't run it, and I said, well, we got it, and then and so we went for it, and you know, I got confidence in my kids. You know, I got confidence in my kids' ability to execute, and unfortunately, we didn't that play. But
thanks, Coach. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.